And that also is that sometimes we waste your time with people where we feel as a check through it, but that us around them for them can get from it. You get me? So that's where the whole concept come from. You don't waste your time with people when are genuine with you. Because when my brethren drop out, even certain people who did very close to him, who may have seen him with for years. I'm not talking about through link, but like certain other people, individual who I seen with a lot of time, for years. Not even show up on the man candlelight.
Wow.
I said, Jaja.
Wow.
I said, for real? So imagine now, so sometimes you check yourself in certain situation and you see some people that deal with a certain way. Nobody feel like say if you're gone, no man care, them still gonna continue with their life, So this is why better not start make sense to me. So why you have to give yourself your energy to people who at the end of the day you already get the signal say they're not really with you. You don't need to prove yourself to nobody. You don't need to explain yourself to people. If you want something in your life, I tell you just go for it. And no matter what, just do it right now. So that's why we just come with it and say no, better now. Make life better now. Foundation of it settle now. Yeah. That's how that song really came about. And it's that my song then is really Kiskoamari still is really my goal in music is really to inspire, motivate and elevate people on a different dimension of themselves.
And that's the reason why you're on this program, because that's what we aim to do. Inspire, motivate, and fuel the persons. And I am so blessed by that testimony a while ago. Thank you for sharing that. I say you're getting a lot of thumbs up. You're getting a lot of fire, some serious fire emoji. And this I've never seen. I've been following you and I've been watching some of your interviews, and I've never seen you got this personal before.
Yeah, right. Because this is where we get, where we planted, we get grounded, and we talk about the struggles. We stay planted like that rivers of water.
And you know what I love about you, Navardo? You know what I love about you is that you have this jovial personality. And behind this, I know that you're fighting your own personal battles, as you said. And people will see you and they're like, oh, yeah, but I'm a DJ that. Him have everything I go on for him. Watch him there foreigner, the States him live, and him take plane like him take taxi or like him take a train. Right? But because of COVID now, you're restricted. You can't make the move.
Yeah, move and we kind of hesitate towards the vaccine thing.
See what I'm talking about? But persons have no idea that you have been through this level of struggles, your journey. As I always said, persons you look at them sometimes and you have no idea what their journey is like. And I want to thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. Just before we have been talking 48 minutes already.
Are you serious? It felt like 5 minutes. Right?
I told you. Once we start talking,
it's by the time gone.
Once you start talking, that's how it is. Guys, please, if you're not following us, please follow us right now. Share this conversation. This will also be on my YouTube channel. You can hit my bio and you'll be able to see it on my YouTube channel. Share and subscribe as well. Kisko, talk to me. So we talk about your musical journey. We talk about how tough it was. It was easy for you to transition in the process because you knew then that, you know what, guess what? My purpose is to inspire person. My purpose is to teach them to a different level. And I can sing, I can DJ, so I'm going to use this gift that God has given me. That's what you have done. So talk to me. Tell me about your musical journey now. Because I don't know which artists don't have challenges. So you want to tell me? Did you just say, oh?
Yeah, so all right. It's funny to ask a question. So right now, right, the music is like a funny thing, Yeah. And so what I'm doing right now, Antoinette, is really not to get distracted by what's going on in the world in terms of like even within the music industry, like even whatever fans I have, I'm gonna keep those fans and just keep making music for them, and then as more fans come in, I'm gonna bring in. Basically, we're not gonna lose my soul to gain no hype. Basically, right?
I like that.
Yeah, we're not gonna do it, and we kind of realize that
it's easy to do that.
It's easy to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people, they do anything just to catch a hype. Like that's not my style. So it kind of put me away. So the musical journey now, it come away from me when I realize that the only thing I need to do right now is to keep creating good music, but just make sure that the production is up and solid. And then once the production is up and solid, I just utilize the different connections I have. So a couple of things I'm working on, right? I'm working on still building my networking with the right people. For me now, me is like a focused person. Like I mean, like my brother can tell her like is like head on. Like me know what me want, me know me go for. And
I'm like that. I love that.
Achieve my goals. Them like sometimes me write my goals them down now, and then when we look on it like, damn, I really achieved this. Years after I go back over my goals and I later and I'm like, wow, I can't believe that. So, it's like certain things we know are gonna come, and some don't worry about it. So the only thing we need to do musically is really keep a level head and really keep creating better music and really try to associate myself with artists who are really a lot more established and really have them head on their body and can give me some musical guidance, So, I mean, right now, I feel like me just I find a different gear in the music itself as well. That's not a way, but honestly, just I find a different gear in the music as well too. And like better now is just the first seed towards that new gear when I find, and that's why I even haven't released anything after I release better now, because I'm finished with trying to release this song, that song, this song, that song. I'm really zoning in on that song and try to make it reach different parts of the world. Like right now, it is in Africa, and I'm getting the message because it is one of those songs that I drop. That from the day I drop it, I have brethren linking me and say, "Yo, youth, this is the energy." Like I must say, "Yo, Kiskoamari hide and talk." Like the music needs a new energy, youth, and you have the energy. Like brother, we know you from for years, and your energy real. And sometimes people need a different energy with that message.
True.
It is me, learning to humble as well. And I hear myself and feel like we need to keep up with the course. And that's why I'm not really pay attention to what I'm going. Like if a man who drop a song, we can't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
We have to pay attention to, all right, we drop this song. I want to make sure that it can reach different parts of the world, and then I come getting stronger and learn to work with other people, building that strong team and establish that business to the level where I want it to. So, it's the musical journey. To answer your question, has been a learning process for me. It still is a learning process. But it has been a thing that really kept me in line and kept me true to myself. So I just stick to it. If anything I go through, it still keep me back right in the center. Music. So yeah.
I have 2 more questions for you. Your challenges, your struggles that you went through from Jamaica to moving to the States. Mm-hmm. Would you change anything about all those experiences that you've had?
No.
Why not?
Because it's life. Why would you change your journey? Obviously, you're gonna make mistakes along that journey. There are things that you look back and say, I could have done that differently, or I probably wouldn't have to do that. But I wouldn't change anything, because had I changed anything, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. You know what I mean? And I've met a lot of people along the way, and some good, some bad. But at the end of the day, that struggle is really what allows me to be who I am today. So there's nothing that I would change. Absolutely not. I can't point out one thing that I would change. Let me think about it a little bit more. What would I really change about my journey? I don't know. Probably, I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Right, so
think I would change anything.
you would call school more. You'll keep doing that. You will
Call school more. I mean, it wasn't
you'll
all
still.
that bad, you know.
It wasn't all that bad.
It wasn't all
If
that.
you didn't feel the first time, you wouldn't decide that it's time for you to pull up your socks. If your friend didn't leave you.
All right, and then I tell you something, Zin. All of that,
Yeah.
all of that helped me to realize a lot about myself. I'm gonna share something with you real quick, Zin. I remember
Now
when I
take your
was
time.
real quick, Zin. I remember when I was in New York and I needed a job, right? So I never had nothing going on for me, and my little sister was struggling in school, right? And I thought I brought her to a place to do tutoring. Anyways, I was studying for my exam at the time, and then the lady was like, "What are you studying?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm studying for my physics test." She was like, This is like physics, we can work fair. But you know what, Antoinette? You remember me I told her, say, my bridging the music here, them go to the library, go show them how to do the math so them couldn't get in the class. That little thing when we used to do from primary school, that thing gave me confidence to tell me that me can help a lot of people. That's something we did when I was in grade 6. And it was the same thing like I was doing in Knox, like when I was like keeping up with my virgin memory, I beat the book for pass some exam. I used to sit down and help them out. But me never did realize that that was a talent that I had. And I end up eating off that talent for years. Yeah, so that's I wouldn't change that because I realized by doing something just genuinely, it allowed me to realize that I genuinely can, break down things to people. So even musical is the same thing, So
Look at you. Look at you. The other question that I want you to ask you, with the chaos that is happening around, I think you probably touched on it a bit, but I want you to dwell more on it now. With everything that is going on around now, and persons are looking at you as a public figure, or watching and see the different influences that is actually on social media now, what would you say to these persons who are really discouraged? You see the suicide rate has increased dramatically.
Mental health made that the top
mental illness is a big thing now.
So what
the
I would
COVID
say,
fatigue that people call it is a big thing now. Last week we were talking, myself and Craig, we were talking, and he talked about mad people walking around in clean clothes, for a better word. That's what he used. Is there anything that you would add? What would you say regarding to all of this that is happening?
Well, I mean, obviously we're going through a very unique time, right? And this time really impact a lot of people.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna know the full impact it has, right? We just know like the impact it has in our close circle. Like I said, for me, I lost my friend during the whole COVID thing, and like I don't know fully his full story up until now. I just know I lost a friend, and other things had manifested itself around me. So I would just say to people that are really struggling, right? Like people struggle because they lose jobs too, and life just become hard and stress out themselves. Like for me personally, how I've been really surviving, I've been really, really like paying a lot of attention to my mental health, like, like, like literally, just taking a break from everything, like finding time to really just pray a lot more, and constantly finding something to read, and try not to be consumed with the media. So that was one thing that I cut off from early out. I stopped. I literally, I say it now, I stamina. Yeah, man. COVID-19 media, I stop watching. Yeah, from that thing hit, right, when it was happening and the whole politics was going on, I realized that if I had kept in the media, that was going to drive me nuts on top of what I had to deal with. So sometimes you have to know how to really slow down certain things from coming in. And that's one thing that I really slowed down. The media thing, I knock that off of my list. I haven't been watching news from them time. And if I do, it's very limited. So that's one thing. And another thing I would say, like I said, mental health. You have to look after your mental health. Like even if it means go for a walk on the beach. Like if I can't count too much walk to get on the beach since this thing happened. Like a lot of walk on the beach. Honestly. In the morning or in the evening, it doesn't matter. You just go, disconnect yourself, walk on the meat, make the water run by your foot so you understand. So this life is still around. We have to find ourselves. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I would say. And that's a part of mental health, but that's also a part of really your self care. So another thing is really just be physical. You have to take your physical health too. You know, because if you're really in the thing for the long run, you have to really figure out how you're gonna make it out and try not just to make it out, you want to come out a stronger person as well. So you know you want to take care of your physical health. So it doesn't mean whether you have to start eat a little bit better or you have to work out a little bit more. And you don't need to kind of gym for workout. Like you can just get up in your house and just stretch and make sure it's that the blood pass through your different, you know, your different parts of your body and oxygen actually like reach your brain and you know just get up and you know, allow life to frustrate you. Like, so when I look at time, everybody, well, watch this. Everybody's supposed to have a look at Bible. Not wrong if you take up a Bible and spend a look at 10 minutes and read it before you start the day. Just them look at things that make you understand at the end of the day with all this craziness I go on and the social media distraction, like, this still a God, like, you're still a creator. Connect back with yourself, like, get back to your roots, like, those are the things that's gonna really pull you on stronger. That that would be my message. I'm not really overload on the brain. That would be my message is to really get more connected with yourself to get connected with yourself. Like one of the books I share the book I'm reading right now. It's called The Power of Positive Thinking. And and what that book basically I say is sometimes you have to trust back the power of prayer. You know, when something negative come up, right? You know, just get, oh my gosh, this is going to happen. No. You take a step back and say, you know, Father, help me to deal with this situation. You look at prayer like that again. And you still have to move forward, you know. At the end of the day, you're not going to stop. Because if you stay, it's either you're going to just give up in a life or you're going to really keep going towards what you want. So that's just my thing, man. Just keep believing how you believe in. Keep moving forward and never lose faith. Hold on to faith no matter what and do something to build a faith every day and take care of yourself first, no matter who, no matter husband, no matter boyfriend, no matter wife, no matter girlfriend. You have to take care of the people that are around you, but you can't take care of people if you don't take care of yourself.
And I think why is this gentleman quoting my book?
It's true. Maybe you thought the truth in the book. I'm just talking the truth. You know?
Appreciate mental care. As you said, take care of you before you can take care of anybody else. What's that? IA Journey 365. No, 6635. Bless up yourself. I'm telling you, it's like you should be a carpenter now. You sure you're not a carpenter because you're nailing it right on the head, hitting it right on the nail right on the head right there. So I don't know, mental care, it is a big thing. If we don't take the time to take care of ourselves, there is absolutely no way that we will be able to take care of others. And you said it best.
And sometimes this is key, and probably this is probably another answer question, right? Sometimes you have others around you. I mean, we have to check in on people to, you know, we get that, you know, we have to check in on others, but this is the key, right? You're not going to be able to help people if you yourself in a stable mood. So sometimes your friend cannot go through a little thing, and you know him go through something. You have to say, all right then, let me give myself a little time first, and really build yourself. So you look strong, so you can give them a little strength. That's it. But if you yourself don't have the strength and you're gonna strive to reach out to help somebody else, it's like somebody a Joan and you can't somebody gonna try to help. It's like don't end up Joan, that's all. You know, so just look for yourself, man. Take care of yourself so you can help out others and, you know, touch base with people who are around you. Just check in on them every now and again. Like, sometimes, you know, if I'm my brethren, them, they'll say, yo, I go on, everything good. So, yeah, I'm good. Just a shout out and make sure you're good. That's it. I don't know more to say because by you just seeing that, you make people see that, yo, there's somebody that still care. And sometimes people got to be reminded of that. So, that's just how it is.
Wow. So, talk to me about you. Well, John, you also become toxic. That's true, Prashana. People are loving your encouragement. They're agreeing with what you're saying. I love the fact that you guys are doing that. Please share the conversation. Please follow us if you're not following us. Miss Petite 35, please follow if you're not following. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Journey.
Thank you so much for staying planted. Janice, I'm glad you were encouraged by this. So glad you were encouraged by this. I tell you, he wanted to be a pastor, but of course, he's doing it in a different level right now. He's doing it through music.
Music and connect with people, and like and the people that in the church already see him. Me, you know, yeah, deal with it, yeah. So
everybody is fulfilling their purposes.
Exactly.
You have your purpose, and you should know where your strength is and where your strength lies. So this is you doing it through how you know to do it best. But Diaga, thank you so much for joining, and bless up yourself. Please follow. Please follow Brethren. Please follow if you're not following. Just want to ask you, you have a clothing line out?
Actually, it's out. I'm working on it. You can see my brand new shirt, right? Kiskoamari. It's not fully launched yet still, but I'm working on it. It's gonna be out very soon, you know.
I need a hoodie, okay? So send one over. Ship it over.
We can definitely talk.
I need a hoodie. Definitely need a hoodie. So Kiskoamari, he has his own clothing line out. People, I'm telling you, this man is a dad entrepreneur. And also, did I mention that he's a personal lecturer? Yeah?
Personal lecturer. Okay.
Definitely, he does that as well. Just want to thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for staying planted. Thank you so much for your time, because I know you're a busy man, and yet still you still find the time to come and talk to me and my audience. And I want to tell you that I appreciate it 100%, because not many persons will allow themselves to be this vulnerable. And the fact that you have done this, I'm not sure if you have ever shared or ever done an interview of this magnitude.
Like I said, things do line up in life, and this was lined up. Obviously, I reached out to you, and you welcome my my efforts of wanting to get on your program, because things do line up. Yes, so definitely it was not coincidence. So for in different interviews, it's a different energy. Your energy, like you say, I haven't read a book yet, but you're saying that I'm coaching your book, right? So obviously it was just destined for us to have this conversation, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So it was. So give thanks to me there still, and everybody that lucky.
Yeah, man, definitely. It was definitely a pleasure. When I saw your email, and you said, "Oh, this is such and such," and I'm like, "Okay, I know," because I've been getting right now when I book persons, I book them like in months in advance, right? So when I saw your email came in, and then a mutual friend of ours as well said, "Yeah, man, you gotta get him on." And I'm like, okay. Mr. Dunkley, big up yourself. I think I saw him on earlier.
Yeah.
Big up yourself as well. It is such a good vibration, and this is what I encourage from persons from time to time. Sometimes you're clinging with some persons, and you're not getting any form of vibe from them. And speaking of good vibe, guys, you have to check out I Am Prashana. Right now, follow her. I Am Prashana, another phenomenal woman who has been doing amazing work in terms of encouraging persons, motivating persons. You have to check out her page as well. She will be on sometime, not next month, but the previous month. So you definitely have to check her out as well. Kisko, I know you have some amazing thing going on. The new release, some other project, the new closing line. But what's next? What's next for you?
I'm gonna do the video for better now, and then after that, now we start drop some new music for the people. I'm actually still on the studio for my album now. But I just want to shift. because it's, music, like, I know when I want to shift the energy. I'm in the studio doing the music. I'm like, I look at the producer, cause it's gonna be a roots project that I'm working on. But I'm like, you know what? I want to change the dynamic of this project. So we soon forward back to the studio. so so I'm like that because I really want to impact. I want to have an impact, and make. I want to stamp my name like right now. I'm ready for the live performances to get going so I can touch the stage again. Those are things I'm ready for. So, I have that line up, but right now I'm focused on better now. So I'm getting that music video together, put it out there to really push the music across the world because like we established before, it is one of those songs that everybody that listens to it gets a vibe from it. It has a vibe in it. So are we gonna get that out a lot more? And then after that, it's gonna be a lot more new songs, definitely.
Wow, definitely. So guys, and don't worry, I'm seeing replay in the chat. So guess what happened? We're about to close off, but he is definitely gonna sing something from that, a verse from Better Know. We're not letting him off just like that. Just want to remind you guys, don't even think that we're letting you go without you busting a tune. So people, thank you again so much for joining. Next Wednesday, next Wednesday, I will be talking with Kevin Blair. That's Kevin from the group Voicemail. He will be on, followed by Karen Wright the following Wednesday. She is the CEO for Right Moves, the gymnastic out of Jamaica, or should I say the gymnast from out of Jamaica. We will be talking with her. But guess what? Kiskoamari, thank you so much for staying planted. How many of you were encouraged? How many of you were motivated? How many of you were fueled? Please send me a message. As soon as I load this on, let me know how encouraged or motivated you are. Because this man is doing a phenomenal job. And he's not stopping there. He is not stopping there because get what? Better must come. I'm your girl, Antoinette. Thank you for staying planted. Remember, check out my book. It is on Amazon. Planted but Needed Water. This is, I am partially naked on the cover because it's the naked truth.
Okay, that's a concept. All right, I love that.
Yeah. It's the naked truth. All right, so tell me what you think about this interview. Please leave a message in my DM or under the comment section. Kisko, close it off for me.
Yeah, so, but me just say thanks everybody for tuning in. Like me say, Miss Petty, I Journey, Yaga, Lana, I am Shana. That's it, yeah. Right? And a lot of other people. Some of you are new to me, but when I tell you, some Mad Crabber on live too, Mad Crabber was watching.
Yeah, Mad Crabber was on too. I saw him on.
Yeah, man. Anyway, so, all right. So thanks everybody for checking it out. So I'm gonna get a piece of the song now. Is it? All right. Make life better now. Foundation of it set ya know. Yes. Make life better now. Decide to do better now. Yes. Make life better now. Foundation of it set ya know. Yes. Hey. Make life better now. Decide to do better now. Hey. From in danger poor man a free life different. Candlelight me see mommy, sister and friends. Life short so me have to make it better then. Do the maths love me carry to the end. No problem, push myself for a cause. King Emmanuel I say free pray and fast in the Red Sea. Allow me fears get cast. Rise up cause me can't come last. Yaga yo, Antoinette. Make life better now. Foundation of the set ya know. Miss Betty, hey. Make life better now. Decide to do better now. When me go say, ball game change like back but take the match. Yesterday all of the haters them a chat. Better life investment like stocks. COVID-19 media me stop watch. No matter what me put my health first. Long walk, long run. Live longer for earth. For the future generation put in the effort. Hey, foundation of you set from your noble life earth. Better now.
Better now. Definitely make life better So no, despite of everything that you're going through, we gotta make it better, man. We have to make it better now. And guess what? In order for us to do that, yes, in order for us to do that, we have to take care of ourselves. Janice, Jana, bless up yourself. Angie, First Lady, bless up yourself. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking and staying with us for a little over an hour.
Wow, can't